everyone, today I'll be presenting about Farm Fresh Berhad, a leader in the Malaysian dairy industry. In Farm Fresh Berhad, the dairy industry is a vital part of the global food sector, focusing on the production, processing and distribution of milk and dairy products. With growing health trends, consumer preferences are shifting toward plant-based substitutes such as almond, soy and oat milk. It creates opportunities for innovative products. They operate 6 farms across Australia and Malaysia, using advanced methods in breeding, animal care, and eco-friendly feeding to produce high-quality milk. Their product lineup includes fresh milk, yogurt milk, and choco milk. Plus, their milk is completely natural, free from additives and preservatives, which is perfect for health-conscious consumers. On top of that, Farm Fresh Berhad runs 3 modern processing facilities close to their farms. This setup helps them produce yogurt, ready-to-make drink, and even plant-based beverages efficiently. And they are serious about sustainability, which is reducing their carbon footprint using recyclable packaging to protect the environment. For current ratio in 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad had a current ratio of 3.61, meaning it had RM2.61 in current assets for every RM1 in current liabilities. However, in 2023, this decreased to 3.01, indicating RM3.01 in current assets for every RM1 of liabilities. Although the ratio declined, it still reflects a strong liquidity position. A ratio above 3 suggests that Farm Fresh Berhad has more than enough assets to comfortably cover its short-term obligations.
For quick ratio, in 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad recorded a quick ratio of 0.78, meaning the company had 78 cents in quick assets for every RM1 ringgit of current debt. In 2023, this ratio saw a slight decline to 0.77, indicating RM77 cents in quick assets for every RM1 ringgit of current debt. While the difference may appear small, it suggests that liquidity has remained relatively stable over the 2 years but has shown no improvement.
For cash ratio, in 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad had a cash ratio of 0.19, which means it had 19 cents in cash and cash equivalent for every RM1 ringgit of current liabilities. By 2023, this decreased to 0.14, indicating a reduction in immediate cash reserves relative to its liabilities. This declines in the cash ratio shows that Farm Fresh Berhad has fewer liquid cash reserves available to cover its current obligations. While the cash ratio remains low, it reflects a potential focus on using cash reserves such as investment or operational needs.
Okay, for the profitability ratio, let's start with the gross profit margin. This metric tells us how efficiently a company produces and sells its goods. It shows the percentage of revenue left after covering the cost of goods sold. In simple terms, it reflects how well the company managed its production costs. To calculate the gross profit margin, we use the formula gross profit margins equal gross profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. For Farm Fresh Berhad in 2022, the gross profit margin was 27%. This means that for every 1 ringgit of sales, the company retained 27 as gross profit after covering production costs. However, in 2023, this margin dropped to 24%, indicating that the company faced increased production costs or challenges in pricing. A higher cost profit margin is always better because it shows stronger cost management and profitability. Next, we have the net profit margin. This ratio measures how much profit the company makes after all expenses, including taxes and interest, are deducted from revenue. It's a key indicator of overall profitability and financial efficiency. The formula is simple. Net profit margin equal net profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. For Farm Fresh, the net profit margin in 2022 was 60%. This means that for every 1 ringgit of sales, the company made 60 cents in profit. But in 2023, this dropped to just 8%, showing a significant decrease in profitability. This drop could be due to higher expenses or reduced revenue efficiency. Like the gross profit margin, a higher net profit margin indicates better financial performance. For return on asset, this ratio measures how effectively a company uses its asset to generate profit. It tells us how well the company's resources are being used. The formula is ROA equals net income divided by total asset multiplied by 100. For Farm Fresh in 2022, the ROA was 8%. This means that for every 1 ringgit of asset, the company generated 8 sen in profit. But in 2023, the ROA dropped to 5%, suggesting that the company was less efficient in using its asset to generate income. A higher ROA is better because it shows stronger efficiency and profitability.
Next, return on equity. Return on equity measures how efficiently a company generates profit from its shareholders' equity. It shows how much profit a company makes for every 1 ringgit of equity. For the result, higher ROE is better as it indicates the company is using its equity more effectively to generate profits. In 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad had a return on equity of 13%, meaning for every 1 ringgit of shareholders' equity, they generated Rm0.13 in net income. However, in 2023, the ROE dropped to 8%, where every 1 ringgit only generated 0.08 cent in net income. This decline shows that Farm Fresh was more efficient in leveraging equity in 2022 than in 2023. A higher ROE means better profitability, and 2022 proved to be a stronger financial year for the company compared to the following year.
In 2022, Farm Fresh turned over its average inventories 3.07 times. This indicates fast and efficient inventory management. In 2023, the turnover reduced to 2.76 times. While still efficient, it reflects a slower inventory turnover compared to 2022. The decrease in inventory turnover suggests that Farm Fresh may have overstocked inventories or experienced lower sales growth in 2023 compared to 2022. The company should analyze its inventory practice to avoid potential issues like obsolescence, increased holding costs, or liquidity constraints. In 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad generated 1.48 cent in sales for every 1 ringgit invested in fixed assets with a turnover ratio of 1.48 times. In 2023, the fixed asset turnover ratio improved to 1.52 times, indicating 1 ringgit 52 cent in sales for every 1 ringgit invested. This improvement reflects better utilization of fixed assets and stronger sales performance in 2023 compared to 2022. A higher ratio signifies greater efficiency in leveraging fixed assets to produce revenue. In 2022, the total asset turnover was 0.49 times, meaning for every 1 ringgit of assets, 49 cents in sales was generated. In 2023, it improved to 59 times, showing better asset utilization. The increase indicates Farm Fresh Berhad became more efficient at generating revenue with its asset in 2023, reflecting improved overall management.
We move to the average collection period. So, the average collection period for Farm Fresh Berhad is 92 days in year 2022 and 59 days in year 2023. A short collection period leads to faster collection and also better receivable management, while a longer period may negatively affect the business short-term debt paying ability. For Farm Fresh Berhad, it took a shorter collection period in year 2023, indicating it was more effective collections of account receivable compared to 2022. For the conclusions, this indicates that Farm Fresh Berhad collections process is more efficient in year 2023.
For receivable turnover. Receivable turnover measures how efficiently a company collects its outstanding accounts receivable over a period. It shows how many times the company collects its receivable during the year. For the result, higher receivable turnover is better as it indicates the company is quickly collecting its receivable and managing credit sales efficiently. In 2022, Farm Fresh Berhad receivable turnover ratio was 5.87 times. For every 1 ringgit of accounts receivable, the company collected 5 ringgit 87 cent in net credit sales. However, in 2023, this improved to 6.18 times, meaning for every 1 ringgit of receivable, the company collected 6.18 cent ringgit in sales. This increase suggests that Farm Fresh Berhad was more efficient in collecting receivable in 2023, reflecting better credit sales management. Overall, 2023 was a stronger year for the company in terms of receivable turnover efficiency.
The next ratio is leverage ratio. So the first ratio under leverage ratio is debt ratio. So for Farmfresh Berhad's debt ratio, it was increased from 30% in year 2022 to 40% in year 2023. This indicating a rise in reliance on debt for financing assets. This also indicates a more conservative approach to financing and also less reliance on debt. So that in year 2022, it was a better year since it have lower debt and it was suggest a stronger equity base that may reducing financial risk better than year 2023. Next, the debt to equity ratio. For Farmfresh Berhad's debt to equity ratio, it was decreased from 95% in year 2022 to 94% in year 2023. This indicating a slight reduction in the company's reliance on debt for financing. So, in year 2022, the ratio was 95% with 95 cents in debt for every 1 ringgit of equity, while 35% was financed through equity. In year 2023, the ratio was 94% with 94 cents in their debt for every 1 ringgit of equity and 36% of financing coming from equity. This improved the company's debt to equity ratio as 2022 was a better year for the company. The last ratio is time interest earned ratio. Time interest earned ratio measures a company's ability to cover its interest obligation with its operation income. So for Farmfresh Berhad's time interest earned ratio, it was decreased from 7.02 times in year 2022 to 5.5 times in year 2023. This indicating a decline in its ability to cover interest expense. This also suggests that the company's operating income was less able to cover its interest payment in 2023 compared to the previous year. Therefore, 2022 was a better year for Farmfresh Berhad in terms of the time interest earned ratio with a higher ratio of 7.02 times. That's all for the leverage ratio, and next we move to the next presenter.
Now, let me share an overview of Farmfresh earning per share performance from 2022 to 2024. We will look at what helped the company grow and challenge it faces. In 2022, Farmfresh had a strong year with an earning per share of 4.87 cents. This was due to the high demand for fresh and plant-based dairy products after the pandemic. The company vertically integrated business model helped control costs and maintain steady profits. In March 2022, Farmfresh went public, gaining more attention in the market and raising funds for growth. It's also launched a new product like lactose-free milk and plant-based option to meet changing consumer needs. Additionally, its home dealer network played a big role in increasing revenue, and it focused on the quality and sustainability build customer trust. In 2023, earning per share dropped to 2.69 cents. This was mainly because of the rising costs for raw materials and transportation caused by inflation and supply chain problems. Farmfresh also spent a lot of money to expand its facilities and enter a new market in countries like Indonesia and also Philippines. Although this investment affected short-term profit, they were important for future growth, and despite the challenges, the company continued to focus on sustainability and launch a new product. In 2024, earning per share improved to 3.40 cents. This recovery was helped by investment in renewable energy like biogas plant and solar power, which lowered operating costs. The company also launched Farmfresh Grow Fortified Milk and acquired Inside Scoop to expand its product range and revenue. Farmfresh improved its distribution network and home dealer program, reaching more customers, especially in underserved areas. This effort helped the company grow and is prepared for a more stable future. In summary, Farmfresh faced up and down from 2022 to 2024 but adapted well to challenges. The company focused on innovation, sustainability, and market expansion has set it up for a long-term success. Thank you.
Conclusion. In 2023, Farmfresh Berhad experienced a decline in key financial ratios, particularly in liquidity, profitability, and leverage. The company's liquidity ratios, including the current and cash ratios, were lower than in 2022, raising concern about its ability to meet short-term obligations. Profitability ratios like net profit margin, ROA, and ROE also decreased, signaling a decline in the company's ability to generate profit efficiently. Additionally, the leverage ratio dropped, indicating increased reliance on debt, which heightened financial risks. However, the company's efficiency ratios such as fixed asset turnover and receivable turnover improved, reflecting better operational efficiency. Overall, 2023 marked a year of mixed performance with some positive improvement in efficiency but weaker liquidity, profitability and leverage compared to 2022. To improve its financial performance, FarmFresh Berhad can focus on enhancing liquidity by optimizing working capital management, reducing inventory levels and speeding up receivable collection. Improving profitability may involve expanding market share, introducing new products, or refining cost-cutting strategies to reduce expenses. Enhancing leverage ratios can be achieved by implementing stricter credit policies, offering incentive for early payments, and automating accounts receivable processes. Strengthening cash flow forecasting, improving inventory management, and forming strategic alliance to reduce costs may further boost both liquidity and profitability, helping the company restore a more favorable financial position.